Welcome to another mind-bending episode where we explore the shadows behind the spotlight. I'm your host, Ryan Martin, with Conspiracy Tapes by Skoob, and today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and controversial conspiracy theories of our time: celebrity clones. What if I told you that your favorite actor, musician, or TV host might not be who you think they are? What if the person you see on red carpets, at award shows, or even in your favorite movies could be a scientifically engineered duplicate? Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, buckle up, because we're about to explore a rabbit hole that goes deeper than you ever imagined. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. Cloning technology isn't science fiction anymore. It's science fact. And at the center of this reality sits an organization called CloneAid. Now, before you dismiss this as fantasy, let me share something that might shock you. Bridget Boisselier, a spokesman for CloneAid, made a stunning announcement. I'm very, very pleased to announce that the first baby clone is born. She was born yesterday at 11:55. This isn't some underground rumor. This was an actual public statement about human cloning technology. CloneAid operates openly, discussing the use of cloning and stem cells to, as they put it, resurrect life. Within certain circles of the medical community, cloning, also known as somatic cell nuclear transfer, is viewed as just another form of reproduction. But here's where it gets interesting. If you explore cloneaid.com, you'll discover that many of their clients come from Hollywood, California. Think about that for a moment. Hollywood celebrities have access to cloning technology. The elite and super-rich circles consider these replica children to be designer babies, a privilege not accessible to the general public. This exclusivity makes these clones extra special, and for years, rumors have circulated that these designer babies are already walking among us. But this raises a crucial question. If celebrities have access to this technology, are they using it at will? Could certain celebrities really be involved in covert programs? Is it possible that some celebrities work for the government alongside their entertainment careers? Here's something that might blow your mind. For years, talk show hosts, television personalities, and sitcom actors have been hired by the government to distract you, to make you laugh, to keep you happy and docile so you don't pay attention to what's really happening behind the scenes. So, here's the million-dollar question. Is it possible that certain celebrities view clones as necessary because they have so much to do? Think about it logically. If you're a major celebrity with impossible schedules, multiple commitments, and constant public scrutiny, wouldn't having a perfect duplicate solve a lot of problems? But there's a darker implication here. If this technology exists and is being used, who's to say there isn't a dark faction creating DNA clones without consent? Were some celebrities cloned by force? Did someone nefariously create DNA replicas of them? Or was it by choice, as CloneAid suggests they offer? The technology is real, the access exists, and the motivation is clear. What's stopping this from being reality? Now, let's explore a different version of this theory, one that connects to an even larger conspiracy. Maybe the Illuminati is actually the organization behind celebrity cloning. For those unfamiliar, the Illuminati is allegedly a secret organization that controls the world. It's a separate conspiracy theory entirely, but bear with me because the connection is fascinating. This secret organization supposedly works toward establishing a one-world government, and cloning celebrities would be the perfect way to spread propaganda and influence public opinion. Think about it strategically. Right now, most people would reject the idea of a new world order or one-world government. But what if Eminem suddenly started advocating for it? What if Al Roker began promoting it? When celebrities that people trust and follow start pushing an agenda, their fans listen. If Eminem says, "Hey, we need the New World Order," and then other trusted celebrities echo that message, suddenly people might think, what? A one-world government would actually be kind of cool. It's a brilliant strategy, really. By cloning celebrities and turning them into puppets, the Illuminati could influence millions of people to support their ultimate goal of global control. It's a way to accomplish their objectives with massive public support rather than resistance. Here's where things get really wild. The theory suggests that not only are celebrities cloned and replaced, but often they're cloned multiple times, creating numerous identical celebrities who all look exactly the same. I know it sounds insane, but consider this. Have you ever noticed how many celebrities seem to have perfect doppelgangers walking around? We've all heard the saying that everyone has a twin somewhere, but why do they say that? Should the saying really be that everyone has a clone walking around somewhere? With the advent of the internet and social media, it's easier than ever to find celebrity lookalikes. But some of these resemblances are so perfect, they're unsettling. Take Justin Bieber, for example. There's a viral YouTube personality named Brad Sousa who looks exactly like Justin Bieber. He's been called the world's #1 Justin Bieber lookalike, and the resemblance is so uncanny that he actually fooled people. There was even a viral incident where he pretended to be Bieber eating a burrito, and news coverage showed how many people genuinely thought this was actually Justin Bieber. But here's what's really interesting. There are multiple Justin Bieber lookalikes. In 2017, another Bieber lookalike stirred controversy, and many people participated in something called the Look Like Justin Challenge. Are these just coincidences? Or could these be Justin Bieber's DNA replicas? Designer babies, as the elite might call them? Let's talk about something you can verify right now. Celebrity Instagram accounts are some of the most entertaining on social media. But there are regular people who run accounts pretending to be celebrities, and their resemblances are often jaw-dropping. From Ariana Grande to Nicki Minaj, these celebrity Instagram lookalikes can sometimes be impossible to tell apart from the real thing. They've become celebrity Instagrammers in their own right, posting content that at first glance looks like the genuine article. But here's the question that should keep you up at night. Are these just impressive lookalikes, or could they be DNA duplicates of actual celebrities? Could they be the work of CloneAid? These individuals have carved out their own niche in social media, posting selfies, recreating celebrity Instagram posts, and building massive followings. The resemblances are so perfect that you have to wonder, do they just have similar features, or could they actually be from the same DNA? Is this evidence of DNA manipulation happening right under our noses? Here's my favorite part of this entire theory, and it's going to blow your mind. This cloning phenomenon has allegedly been happening for a very, very long time. The theory suggests that throughout history, becoming a celebrity has always been difficult, and gaining followers is not easy. But what if, instead of talented people simply dying and disappearing, their DNA was preserved and cloned to create new versions of them as celebrities? For example, some theorists believe Jimmy Fallon is a clone of someone from the past, kept alive in celebrity form to continue making money and spreading influence. The idea is that maybe in 200 years, another Jimmy Fallon will appear, looking exactly the same, becoming famous, and continuing the cycle. There are old photographs that appear to depict individuals from centuries ago who look nearly identical to current celebrities. When you see these side-by-side comparisons, you have to ask yourself, how is this possible? These are people separated by decades or even centuries, with no known family relation, yet they have literally the exact same face. Nicolas Cage, for instance, has been compared to historical figures who look disturbingly similar. The resemblances are so precise that it's almost impossible to dismiss as coincidence. The music industry has been particularly targeted by replacement theories, and some of the evidence is genuinely compelling. Let's start with the most famous example: Paul McCartney of the Beatles. The theory claims that Paul died in a car crash and was replaced by a look-alike. While McCartney himself has debunked this, explaining that he simply walked barefoot across Abbey Road because it was hot and he kicked off his sandals, the theory persists because of how detailed and extensive the supposed evidence was. But there are more recent examples that are harder to dismiss. There's a theory that Eminem died in a car crash in 2006 and was replaced by his record label. Rapper Tom MacDonald even references this in his song Cloned Rappers, where he raps, "If they can't control you, they erase the old you." They cloned Gucci, cloned Kodak, cloned Eminem. He ain't rapped since Encore. In 2015, rapper B.O.B. went on a notable rant about artists being cloned, and much of the evidence revolves around the claim that Eminem's face looks drastically different over time. Some believe he glitched during interviews, though skeptics attribute this to humor or editing. Then there's Avril Lavigne. The theory claims that after her massive success, the 17-year-old Avril couldn't handle fame and took her own life in 2003. She supposedly had a body double named Melissa Vandella who replaced her. Evidence includes differences in moles, birthmarks, and facial features, plus promotional pictures featuring the word Melissa written on her hand. Here's something you can observe yourself. Have you ever noticed how many celebrities wear sunglasses at indoor events, red carpets, and sports games? Even Beyoncé has appeared at indoor events wearing sunglasses, which raises obvious questions. According to the clone theory, this isn't about fashion, it's about deception. The sunglasses hide the subtle differences between the celebrity and their clone or look-alike. When you examine side-by-side photos of celebrities at different events, you can sometimes spot noticeable differences. Completely different nose shapes, different forehead sizes, features that make them appear to be different people entirely. This has been observed with Taylor Swift, where photos of her at courtside sports games have been compared with other pictures, revealing differences that are hard to explain. But here's the really dark part of the theory. While their clone or look-alike appears at red carpet events and public appearances, the real celebrities can engage in ritualistic activities, make sacrifices, or participate in other secretive work without being caught, because their public double is out there maintaining their image and providing the perfect alibi. Now, you might be thinking, wouldn't creating actual lab-grown clones be incredibly expensive? And you'd be right. The budget for such extensive cloning would be astronomical, even for the ultra-wealthy. But here's the thing. It would be much easier and cheaper to simply find people who resemble celebrities closely enough that with sunglasses on, the difference wouldn't be noticeable at a glance. You don't need perfect genetic duplicates when you have professional makeup artists, plastic surgery, and the power of suggestion working in your favor. This explains why the resemblances are often very good, but not absolutely perfect. These aren't necessarily lab-grown clones. They're carefully selected and potentially modified look-alikes who can pass for the real thing in controlled situations. The constant media attention that celebrities receive actually works in favor of this deception. When cameras are everywhere capturing every move, sending out doubles provides perfect alibis and allows the real celebrities to operate in secret. Let's shift gears to explore a different type of celebrity conspiracy that ties into the broader theme of influence and control. Grimes, known as Elon Musk's ex-girlfriend, presents a fascinating case study. In 2016, Grimes released an album called Art Angels, and here's where it gets weird. Many people report that after listening to that album, they experience a strange, unexplainable urge to shave their heads. This is particularly odd because Grimes herself has never shaved her head, though she's known for bold hairstyles. There are Reddit threads where users claim they had no previous urge to shave their heads, but after listening to that specific album, they suddenly felt compelled to do so. This isn't just anecdotal. There are articles documenting multiple people confessing to experiencing this strange urge, specifically after hearing the album. But it gets deeper. Grimes is known for using subliminal messaging in her songs, reportedly designed to influence listeners to behave in certain ways or to maintain their devotion as fans. Further investigation reveals that Grimes has ties to McGill University in Montreal, near her hometown of Vancouver. Here's the kicker. McGill University is infamously known for conducting MKUltra experiments, a human experimentation program where scientists developed drugs and psychological procedures used for brainwashing and psychological manipulation. All these experiments took place at McGill University. Additionally, Grimes' father allegedly worked in biotech and was very familiar with hypnosis. No discussion of celebrity conspiracies would be complete without addressing Beyoncé, who has been associated with numerous controversial theories over the years. One of the most memorable incidents often cited is when she was pregnant with Blue Ivy and appeared on a talk show where her stomach seemingly deflated as if she weren't actually pregnant. This single incident has fueled multiple conspiracy interpretations and questions about what's real and what's manufactured in celebrity culture. There have been rumors about songs being deleted online, particularly those related to Beyoncé and associated with various controversial topics. Many claimed that certain songs were being systematically removed from the internet. However, when you actually check platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube, these songs are still accessible in their original, acoustic, and remix versions. This highlights an important point about conspiracy theories. While some may have elements of truth, others are based on misinformation or misunderstanding. The reality is that wiping popular songs from the internet is extremely difficult because copies exist in multiple locations and formats. But the broader questions remain. Why do these theories persist? What is it about certain celebrities that makes them targets for such speculation? Let's examine some celebrities whose appearances have changed so drastically that people genuinely believe they've been replaced by completely different individuals. Take Adele, for example. Many have noticed significant changes in her appearance and demeanor over recent years, leading to rumors that she has been cloned and replaced. When you look at recent photos compared to her earlier career, the differences are substantial enough to fuel these theories. Then there's Tekashi 6ix9ine, the American rapper whose real name is Daniel Hernandez. Known for hits like Gummo and collaborations with major celebrities including Nicki Minaj, he was sentenced to federal prison. But comparing pictures of him before and after his incarceration shows dramatic differences. His hair, facial structure, even his general appearance, seem altered in ways that go beyond normal changes. These dramatic transformations raise legitimate questions. Are these natural changes due to aging, lifestyle, medical procedures, or could they represent something more sinister? If celebrities really were being cloned and replaced, would we be able to tell the difference? Here's where the theory gets truly chilling. The belief isn't just that celebrities are being cloned, it's that these clones are engineered with specific purposes. They're not random reproductions, but rather carefully designed individuals meant to control public opinion, push certain narratives, and maintain influence over the masses through fame and charisma. Some theorists suggest that these clones are monitored and maintained by secret societies or powerful global organizations with hidden agendas. Under this theory, the entertainment industry isn't just about movies, shows, or music. It's a carefully constructed system designed to keep these clones in the spotlight while distracting the public from deeper truths. In some versions of the theory, the clones themselves are unaware that they are clones. They're simply living out pre-programmed lives, shaped by media handlers and elite controllers who pull the strings from behind the scenes. This would explain why celebrities sometimes seem to act in coordinated ways, why certain messages appear across multiple platforms simultaneously, and why the entertainment industry can seem so artificial and manufactured. The most mind-bending aspect of this theory is its cyclical nature. According to believers, this process of recreating celebrities has been happening for centuries and will continue indefinitely. The concept is that talented individuals from the past had their DNA preserved, and new versions of them are periodically introduced to society as celebrities. Jimmy Fallon today might be a clone of someone from decades ago, kept alive in celebrity form to continue making money and spreading influence. The theory suggests that maybe in 200 years, another Jimmy Fallon will appear, looking exactly the same, becoming famous, and continuing the cycle. It's an endless process of recreating celebrities to spread propaganda and maintain control. A genius concept if you think about it from a control perspective. These aren't just entertainment figures. They're cultural influencers, opinion shapers, and social engineers designed to guide public thought and behavior across generations. When you start looking at the photographic evidence, things get genuinely unsettling. There are documented cases of current celebrities who look nearly identical to people from centuries ago, individuals with no known family connection or relation. The resemblances aren't just similar features, they're identical bone structure, facial proportions, and expressions that seem to transcend normal genetic variation. When theorists show these side-by-side comparisons, the similarities are so precise that coincidence becomes hard to accept. Some of these historical photographs have been researched and verified as genuine, which makes the resemblances even more puzzling. How do you explain a modern celebrity having the exact same face as someone who lived 150 years ago? While skeptics might argue that there are only so many possible facial combinations and similarities are inevitable, the precision of these matches goes beyond what probability would suggest. The rise of social media has made the celebrity clone phenomenon more visible and more troubling. Platforms like Instagram have created a space where celebrity lookalikes can build massive followings by posting content that's almost indistinguishable from the real thing. But here's what's disturbing: the sheer number of these perfect resemblances. It's one thing to find one or two people who look like a celebrity, but when you find dozens of individuals who could pass for the same person, you have to start asking questions. Are these natural occurrences? Or are we seeing evidence of a systematic process? Could social media platforms be intentionally promoting these accounts to normalize the concept of celebrity doubles? When people become accustomed to seeing multiple versions of the same celebrity online, they're less likely to question seeing different versions in real life. The technology exists, the platforms are available, and the psychological conditioning is happening in real time. As we wrap up this deep dive into the celebrity clone conspiracy, we're left with some profound questions that each of us must answer for ourselves. Is it possible that our favorite actors, musicians, and television hosts aren't truly who we think they are? Could they be products of a high-level operation designed to manipulate culture and thought? The technology exists. That's not in dispute. CloneAid and similar organizations openly discuss human cloning capabilities. The motivation is clear. Controlling public opinion through trusted celebrity figures would be incredibly effective. The evidence is troubling. Too many perfect resemblances, too many convenient explanations, too many unanswered questions. Whether you believe the full extent of the theory or not, certain elements are undeniably true. Celebrities have access to cloning technology. Powerful organizations benefit from controlling public opinion, and the entertainment industry has a long history of deception and manufactured personas. If even a portion of this theory is accurate, the implications are staggering. It would mean that much of what we consider authentic celebrity culture is actually carefully orchestrated manipulation. The personalities we trust, the opinions we value, the trends we follow, all potentially manufactured by entities with hidden agendas. This wouldn't just be about entertainment. It would represent a fundamental deception about the nature of fame, influence, and cultural leadership in our society. If celebrities can be cloned, controlled, or replaced, what does that say about the authenticity of any public figure? The theory forces us to question everything we think we know about the people who shape our culture and influence our thoughts. In an age where deep fakes and digital manipulation are becoming commonplace, the line between real and artificial continues to blur. As we close this exploration into celebrity clones, ask yourself, is this just wild conspiracy, or is there something more beneath the surface? The tech exists. The motives make sense. The signs? Hiding in plain sight. Whether it's truth or just clever illusion, one thing's for sure. You'll never look at celebrity culture the same way again. But what if one piece of overlooked evidence changes everything you thought you knew? Download the Skoob app now to access the full story. And decide for yourself what's real, what's rumor, and what's being hidden. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and remember, sometimes fiction is just the truth in disguise.